Leo May Schultz with the science of the heart healing from the Heart Healing Institute. I'm out here healing in nature. See, just enjoying myself, staying balanced and grounded, keeping my heart healed. And a few thoughts came upon me. Now, I was trying to be patient before I shared my first live here on YouTube. And I was waiting for the Most High, the Almighty, Creator of all God, to inspire me when it was time to reveal myself to the masses and to the world. So I'm out here in nature, getting my heal on, getting my chill on, and I just love the animals and the peace, so I'm definitely getting my thrill on. Minding my business, keeping it easy, enjoying the sun, keeping it breezy. And I said, Most High, I said to myself, Most High, why are you inspiring me to talk now? I don't even know what I'm gonna talk about. Most High said, man, just press live and start talking. So whatever comes out of my heart and my mind and my soul, this has not been written. So it's definitely is inspired by the Almighty, provider, creator of all things, the Most High God. You might see me rub my face, do this. I'm in the middle of the woods. I don't want the bugs all over me. You know, I got a limit to it, you know. You can chill, but don't chill on me. All right. So let me just tell you a little bit why I come out into the nature and I relax myself. Because it allows me, when I come out into the nature, coming out into the nature allows me to be a warrior in a garden. Hmm? Do we understand the analogy? Warrior in a garden. I'd rather be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in the middle of a war. Hmm? See, when you have a warrior in a garden, it means that he's using his tools that were once used to harm. Now he's using it to produce, to create abundance, fertility, food. He's focusing his efforts internally. Hmm? And with the earth to how do you say sow abundance, sow seeds for abundance, for harvest season. So this is why I come out to the natural environment to heal myself and to stay balanced and patient and to stay even, not masculine, not feminine, not yin, not yang, but a combination of it. So only those who comprehend the reality of healing in nature will stay on this live because I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to gaslight you. I'm not going to put down a narcissist this or some old other kind of person. So a lot of people gonna click off of this because it's not negative. So click off because I'm the heart healer. And in order for me to be the heart healer, that means that I had to heal my own heart only by the Almighty God. And most cannot endure the shredding that my heart has endured. Because in many scriptures and many texts and many wise people, they let you know that the betrayal don't come from your enemy, it comes from those most closest to your heart. That is how your heart can be shredded. But every heart that's shredded is not mended, is it? It's not healed, is it? So people click off of this because they believe they have their healing. If you're still harvesting hate, revenge, shame, self consciousness, what do you call it, like low self esteem? Hmm? You still wearing masks and have not accepted thyself? Then your heart is not healed. If you are still holding on to animosity because someone has harmed you, you perceive, then your heart is not healed. If you are still feeling pain and you're still feeling shame because you believe that you hurt another, then your heart is not healed. If you still holding on to things from childhood, how one has harmed you, then your heart is not healed. And we all have to heal the inner child. There's no way around it. If you wish to elevate into the state that is great, and you wish to get your spiritual inheritance from the most high creator of all, which is peace, love, prosperity, abundance, wealth, joy, happiness, faith, then what do you think you got to do to get it? I'm telling you what you have to do. Heal thy heart. Heal it. Because as long as the heart is damaged, your whole reality. As long as the heart is in pain, your outward reality is in pain. As long as your heart is still in fear, you have no balance. You fear everything because it's in your heart. So I'm freestyling because I don't know why the Most High said do the live now. That is not scripted. So I'm telling you straight truth on what I had to realize in order to become whole. Oh, I was left for dead. Oh yeah, homeless, broke, and I still had a PhD when it happened. Shortly happened. Stabbed, tried to set on fire the house anyway. Tried to steal my money, leave me homeless. Tried to fire me at the worst time. Oh yeah, all in the same season. From those most closest to your heart. But if it wasn't from the Almighty God, I wouldn't be here today. The doctor said if it was a quarter inch left or right, wouldn't nobody be able to save me in 15 minutes because my whole body would have been polluted. And when you have something like that happen to you from somebody close to you, you wake up real quick. Say, hold up, hold up, hold up. This must be either a dream or I ain't doing something right. I mean, for the one who reflects, someone else may blame it on another. I had to go internal and see what the heck is going on in my reality. That I created this. And some call that shadow work. I didn't know it was called shadow work until after I did the shadow work. I didn't know that I was an example of crucifixion until I got crucified. Crucifixion is only an attempt. If you didn't happen, if it didn't happen, it didn't happen. They put you on the cross. They tried to kill you. They tried to assassinate your character. They tried to harm you. Tried to steal you. Tried to lie to you. Cheated on you. Whatever they did, it was done to harm your heart. So if your heart is not harmed and you ain't dead, then you wasn't. Yeah, they attempted to crucify you, but they ain't win. How about that? After they attempted to crucify the Christ, what happened? He wasn't the Christ yet. He was just Jesus, son of Mary. Then after the crucifixion, what happened? He became the Christ. You don't hear no more story, do you? Because they can't kill what God don't instill. Can't take from what God doesn't wish for you not to have. No one can give you what God wishes for you not to have. The Most High is in control of all things. And the destruction of your heart was on purpose. It wasn't an accident. Because as long as your heart can be destroyed, then it means that your manifestations can stop. What's a manifestation, huh? In my words, in my terminology, a manifestation is nothing but a prayer. Something that you offer to the Most High, except for you telling them exactly what you want. But then you don't sit down and you wait for something to fall on your head. You do the work. Everybody who has accomplished anything, high school diploma, college degree, anything, you manifested it. You thought about it. You said, this is what I want to go do. And then you put in the work and then you walked away with a degree. A few years later, you stayed focused with your energy directed towards that task until it was completed. That's a manifestation. Everybody online want to make it all complicated. I never heard many say that you got to do the work afterwards. So the biggest your manifestation and your dream is, the more work you're going to have to put in. The more work is needed to be put in. So anyway, without this heart, ain't no manifestation going on. Ain't nobody tell you that one, did they? Your heart shredded. Your heart is in fear. Your heart is in decrease, lack. I can't succeed. I can't do. Oh, I'm ashamed. Oh, I'm feared. Oh, he hurt me. Oh, I need revenge. Man, all that, excuse me, sugar, honey, iced tea, lives in hell. And there's a hell in this state, and there's a hell in the next world or reality. Those are hellfire words. Those are words that you stick in your heart and you feel like destroyed. You stick those words in your heart, how can you benefit in this world? So those words were intended to straight your heart so that you cannot create anymore. A reality of peace, love, prosperity, or whatever you want for yourself. That's the intention of the harming of the heart and the shredding of the heart. It's so that you can no longer love. You no longer love. You know why you no longer love? Because you can't trust it anymore. This is what the goal was. As long as you can have doubts, then you can no longer create anything that's solid. You ever heard the architecture have doubt in his blueprint? If the architecture has doubt in his blueprint, then his building is over with. It's going to crumble. It's already started off on a shaky ground. So not many people are interested in their heart work. This is why we have more at the bottom than we have at the top. Because not many people are interested in their heart work. This heart thing, oh yeah. It's important. Why do you think that the ancient Egyptians had on the hieroglyphic walls that scale with a heart on one side and a feather on the other? You gotta weigh your heart by a feather if you want to pass into the promised land. Why you think the holy men mention that if one organ in your body is intact, then when you go before your most high and you want to go into that promised land, if that one organ is cool, then you cool. And they said, well, what organ is that? He said, it's your heart. Your heart. Everybody talks about the heart. So why is the heart so understudied then? Why is it so understudied? You look into the heart has more memory muscles in it than the brain. The heart has more memory muscles than the brain. Thousands, hundreds of thousands more. Hundreds of thousands more. Than the brain. The ancient Egyptians used to scoop the brain out when they were mummifying. And they would keep the heart and they would clean it up and they would preserve it and wrap it and put it kindly back in the chest. Because they believed that the brain had no purpose. It was the heart that was going to be judged. So what's within your heart? Hmm? Heart is the only thing you can't be taught. This is what they used to teach the young men when we used to play sports. They used to say, man, I can't teach you heart. Nobody can teach you heart. Mm-hmm. So as long as the low vibrational energies or the demons or the whatever you want to call whatever you believe hurt you, and you allow it to harm this heart right here. Watch this secret. And you never heard it before because I ain't write it yet, and I definitely didn't read it. I experienced it, and I'm gonna tell you what I went through. So let me tell you what happens. So you insert all of that in your heart: shame, pain, fear, distrust, whatever. It's all in there, right? And the heart is the main central focus point to pump your blood throughout your body. Boom, 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 boom. Let me get the boom, boom right. Boom, 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 boom. All right. So the heart pumps throughout your body. Now, the heart has more memory muscles than your brain. Don't forget that part. Now, keep that in your mind while we're going through this. So the heart has more memory muscles than your brain. The ancient Egyptians used to think the heart gave the brain instructions, not the other way around. So if you now are storing in this heart now shame, fear, pain, distrust, self-consciousness, low self-esteem, all that stuff that lives in the hellfire state of this world, it's pumping it throughout the rest of your body every second. Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah, it's so dormant that some of the pain you forgot from childhood. So you forgot about that childhood pain, but you know, but you don't know. You're not even aware that your actions and the way you respond to things is a result from that. That's how deep that heart goes when it comes to pain. Excuse my dry lips. When it comes to pain, especially if you did not do your shadow work or your childhood, heal your childhood self. Okay, this is real. I didn't know this before I had to go through it. So I'm telling you something real. Okay, because when I went through my healing or my how do you say isolation, when it was just the Most High and I, man, I was in a pit that had swords at the bottom of it, and I was stabbed through. And this is metaphorically, okay? I was done, destroyed, no way out. Only thing I knew was, I guess, where I started was with God, and God helped me. And then something came to my mind. Well, let me find out why the hell I went through this. So I said, God, well, show me, God, why I went through this. If you do this, you better be prepared, because God's gonna show you exactly what you did to get you to the point you are at that moment. Okay? Because, excuse me, because when you go through this with the Most High, every character in the story is you. Every character is you. The guy at the teller, the one you arguing with yourself, the one you stole from, the one you hurt, the one you cheated on, you are the cheater, the one you are the cheater. You're everything. How about that one? You ever heard that? Neither did I. Until he showed me before myself. God is able to do all things. You ask the Most High to let your soul show you what you did to get to your point. If you still have hurt heart and harmed heart. and see what he shows you. This is what we call the shadow work. You have to embrace you. You think you perfect, huh? How are you perfect? I'm better than most people in the world, and I still know I ain't nothing but a glorified piece of dirt. A little better than Gumby. The little clay doll from a long time ago. I'm showing my age. But this is the reality. And I got to tell everybody to just like, share, subscribe, because I'm only telling the truth. So if you can't like, share, and subscribe the truth, then continue to take the falsehood, because all they doing is lying all over the place. So I ain't going to be long, because I'm going to try to stop in the next few minutes, and I'll do another live again, because this was just spontaneous. So let me end with this. So you're doing that shadow work, and God has brought me all the way down to a child. I went through everything, seeing myself, and then I ended up in a child as a child. And this child was destitute, abandoned, in a cage, unkempt, uncared for, not even cleaned up after when he relieved himself. It was preposterous what God showed me. So I got a little closer, and this is all mental or whatever you want to call it. We're asleep or whatever. You ask God, He gonna show you. So I got a little closer, and I seen it was me. It was me. And that childlike way was destroyed. Not destroyed, caged, held back, unattended to, unloved. And then I noticed there was another cage. Now in this cage, the being was in it in like some kind of Indian lotus, meditative position, something like that. But it was still unkempt, and it was still uncared for, and it was still unloved. And when I got a little closer to that, I said, "What? Is that me? That was me too." But in hindsight, that was more like my soul. So the soul was caged, the child was caged. Both unkempt. I freed them, destroyed the cage, cleaned them up, released them. Thank God and been in gratitude ever since. So I'm going to end here. You do this work. You make sure that everything of pain, prosperity, or anything that the Most High shows you, you stay in gratitude for it. You say, thank you, God. I've learned a lesson. Please give me my energy back from where it went that I didn't let it stay. Please bring it back to me. And anything that's on me of energy that don't belong to me, please send it back to sender God. And then you keep going and you see the things that happen to you and you say, oh God, I see it. I learned my lesson. Oh person, whatever, whoever, you ain't got to go visit them. Say, I forgive you. Forgive them in your heart. Say, I learned the lesson. God, thank you for the lesson. And tell that person, I forgive you. And then you do your mirror work and you say, self, I forgive you, self. It wasn't your fault. It was only a lesson so that you can learn what's going on. Because if you listen to this, like, share, subscribe, and know that you're only a soul having a human experience. So stay blessed. So we ask the Most High to keep us in gratitude and keep us patient without trial. And always keep us in gratitude, whether we think it's good or bad, because it ain't no bad, except if it's coming from you. In your mind, all good comes from God, all bad comes from yourself. So we ask God to rearrange our outlook so we see everything as good and we can reap the benefit and the lesson from it so that we won't have to repeat this lesson as a test. And that we receive our divine inheritance right where we sit, right where we listen, right now. And that He begins or ends or solidifies our divine healing in our hearts right now so that we can create our reality in righteousness and prosperity, because the divine inheritance is waiting for you. So until you heal, you won't be in receiving mode. Don't ever forget that the heart healer loves you. The signs of the heart healer welcomes you. So please like at the very least, share at the very second least, and subscribe to be the best and most abundant you ever. Love you all. I'll see you again. Trust me. I have a mission. Peace, love, and everything else good.